30 days from now, you could have a financial safety net that most people spend their entire lives wishing they had. Not a dream, not a someday plan, an actual emergency fund sitting in your account, ready to protect you when life decides to get expensive. And I am going to show you exactly how to build it, step by step, starting today. Here is the uncomfortable truth that nobody talks about. The majority of people in this country cannot cover a $400 emergency without borrowing money or selling something. $400. That is a car repair, a medical copay, a busted appliance, events that happen to regular people every single month. If you are living without an emergency fund right now, you are one bad day away from debt, and that is a cycle that is extremely hard to escape once it starts. So today, we are building your DIY emergency fund in 30 days. No financial advisor required, no complicated investment knowledge needed, just a clear, practical plan that actually works. Day 1 through day 3 is your foundation phase. Before you save a single dollar, you need to know your target number. Your emergency fund goal is not random. Financial experts generally recommend saving 3 to 6 months of essential expenses. But here's the thing, for your 30-day sprint, we're not going for the full amount immediately. We're going for your starter emergency fund, which is $1,000. Why $1,000? Because it covers the majority of common financial emergencies, and it is achievable within a month for most people when you get intentional. Grab a notebook or open your phone notes right now. Write down your monthly essential expenses only: rent or mortgage, utilities, groceries, transportation, insurance, minimum debt payments. Add them up. That number is your monthly survival number, and it will guide your larger savings goal after these 30 days. Day 4 through day 7 is your income audit. This is where most people get surprised. You probably have more money available than you realize. It's just going to the wrong places. Go through every transaction from the past 30 days, every subscription, every coffee run, every impulse purchase. You're not doing this to feel guilty. You're doing this to find the money that is already yours. Highlight every non-essential expense: streaming services you barely use, gym memberships collecting digital dust, food delivery fees, random app purchases. Add those up. That number is your recovery money, cash you can redirect immediately. Cancel anything you genuinely do not use. Pause the ones you are unsure about. You can always restart them in 30 days when your fund is built. Day 8 through day 14 is your earning acceleration week. Cutting expenses alone will not always get you to $1,000 in a month, so simultaneously, you need to attack the income side. This is where you get creative and move fast. First option: sell things. Go through your home with fresh eyes. Electronics, clothing, furniture, sports equipment, kitchen gadgets. List everything on Facebook Marketplace, eBay, or Craigslist. Price things competitively because a quick sale beats holding out for maximum profit right now. Most people find $200 to $500 worth of items just sitting in their homes unused. Second option: offer a quick service. Lawn mowing, car washing, dog walking, grocery shopping for neighbors, handyman tasks, cleaning services. Post on your neighborhood app or social media. Even a few jobs over 2 weeks can add significant cash quickly. Third option: pick up extra shifts or freelance work if your job allows it. Even one extra shift per week adds up fast over 30 days. Day 15 through day 20 is your automation and protection phase. By now, you should have cut expenses, found some extra income, and have some momentum. Now it is time to make saving automatic, so your brain does not have to fight willpower every single day. Open a separate savings account specifically for your emergency fund, not in the same bank as your checking account. Put a little friction between you and that money. High-yield savings accounts are ideal because your money earns interest while it sits there. Then set up an automatic transfer for whatever amount you have determined you can move each week. Automation removes the decision. When saving is a decision, we often choose differently. Label that account something meaningful: emergency shield,
Financial safety net, peace of mind fund, whatever resonates emotionally for you. Research consistently shows that people save more when an account has a specific purpose attached to it. Day 21 through day 27 is your momentum phase. This is the week most people either accelerate or quit. The excitement of starting has worn off, but you have not hit your goal yet. This is where you need a strategy to stay motivated. Track your progress visually. Draw a thermometer on paper. Create a chart in your phone. Update a note every time you add money. Seeing the number grow is psychologically powerful. Share your goal with one trusted person. Accountability dramatically increases follow-through. And remind yourself daily why you started. A genuine emergency fund is not just money, it is options. It is the ability to say no to a bad job because you have a cushion. It is sleeping better at night. It is genuine freedom. Day 28 through day 30 is your review and relaunch. You are in the final stretch. Count everything up. Celebrate what you accomplished, regardless of whether you hit exactly $1,000. Even $500 is infinitely more than zero. Then build your plan for the next 30 days and the 30 after that. Because here's the secret that changes everything. The first month is the hardest. After that, saving becomes a habit. Your lifestyle adjusts, and hitting 3 to 6 months of expenses starts feeling genuinely possible. Your emergency fund is not a luxury reserved for people who make more money. It is a system, and you just learned how to build it. Start today, not Monday, not next month, today. Your future self is counting on the decision you make in the next 10 minutes.